Me either.
Stop doing the podcast. It ain't stopping. Y'all gonna get this podcast.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Do do do. Do 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 do.
Yeah.
We're back.
We are so back.
We're back.
So back.
The Eclipse special.
Man, I can't see shit right now.
It is.
Yeah.
No, this is a ridiculous way.
I feel like I'm listening to the podcast.
You can. Yeah, this is what the
Yeah.
this is what the audio listeners feel like.
Viewers at home or listeners, I know how you feel.
Yeah, you can look
Yeah.
right up at the lights, and it's you don't
Can't
even
see anything.
You don't even see them.
Right.
Wow, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, what is there to even say? Making his triumphant return to the show is
Me.
Jacob Lewis Primak.
My social security number
Yeah,
is.
list it out.
Yeah, no, we're not.
Mother's
doing
maiden
that
name.
today.
Get it out. Wow, Jake. Thank you for coming back.
Thank you for having me back. This is so fun. We're here at the West Coast
Wow,
Studios,
it's
man.
at THDRH West Coast. Yeah,
In Los Angeles, California.
sunny, the city of angels.
Oh, man. It's finally
the city of
sunny today,
stars.
too.
I know. It's
Yeah.
starting to feel like summer a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
Man, a lot's changed since I believe what were you episode 4?
I was episode 4
Of this
I'm gonna take
program?
these off now because I can't see.
It is
anything.
ridiculous. Yeah, it's a nice bit though. It's a nice visual gag for
Yeah,
people.
it is. Yeah. Shout out to Nick Tenaglia for letting me borrow these.
Wow, Nick. Who's Nick?
Nick is a guy that he's actually a comedian. You guys should meet.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. He is from Huntington Woods, where I'm from. No, he's from Berkeley. Excuse me, but I'm from Huntington Woods.
Yeah.
Same school
Same
district.
thing, yeah.
And he is friends with some other friends of mine. And
Is he out here? Nick's
yeah,
out here?
he's out here. Yeah.
doing this comedy thing.
He's doing the comedy thing, and he is hilarious. I'm
Yeah.
gonna silence my phone real quick.
Nice.
He's hilarious. Aaron and I just saw a show that he did, and he was the best
Nice.
one there. Like
Well, hell
by
yeah.
far, hands down.
You gotta make
Killed
that
it.
introduction. We'll get him on the show. Do some
Definitely. Oh,
stuff.
no, dude. I mean, you're playing with fire there. Yeah. You want a rating surge?
Yeah.
Get Nick Tenaglia.
Get
on here.
Tenaglia on the show.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the last time you were on the show, we were in Ann Arbor.
Ann Arbor, Michigan. And it was 11 months ago.
It was so we had
Yeah. It was
just
May.
graduated
Yeah.
university. We were young. We were wet behind the ears. We didn't know what the hell we were doing.
Yeah, now I'm wet in other places.
Yeah. Now I'm wet. I'm wet where I don't want to be. I'm sweating too much. You know.
Today it is 82 degrees and sunny right now,
Yeah.
and I'm wearing jeans.
Yeah.
When I moved to LA, I didn't think that
You'd be that.
I didn't think I was gonna
That
become
guy.
a bitch so quickly,
Yeah,
bro.
No, it happens though, dude.
I would never wear jeans 82
It's
degrees.
real.
In
Well,
Michigan.
yeah, because in Michigan, like as soon as it hits, 50 in the springtime, the shorts come out, the t-shirts come out.
Tank tops.
Yeah, dude.
shirtless.
Yeah, you're out there enjoying the beautiful weather. Now I know exactly what you mean. It took less than a year for me to shiver in the low 60s. I have to have pants and a hoodie on for that.
I walk outside. It's 59 degrees. I'm like, "Ooh, I need a jacket." Shut
It's
up, Jake.
ridiculous.
No, you don't.
But I
Yeah.
mean, how are you liking Los Angeles?
I really like Los Angeles.
You're now 3 months, about
3 months.
Exactly.
What's today?
Almost April 10th.
Today is April 10th.
11th.
In
maybe.
3 days, it will be 3 months.
Nice.
Yes. Yes.
And
It's
yeah,
been, what a 3 months it has been.
how's it? How are you liking it?
I really like it. I love driving everywhere in
Yeah.
traffic.
You like sitting in traffic?
I love. Well, I love sitting and then going.
That's nice.
And I love like just the way things look out here. Like the architecture is crazy. The people have been very nice. The ones that
Dude.
the ones that haven't been dicks have been very nice.
Yeah. You know. But I like that is.
Yeah. And
you
the
come
vibe.
out to a big city, you're expecting, especially us Midwest boys. You know, you maybe I felt the same way. It was people were, across like in general nicer than I was expecting.
Yes, they have been. I agree. I love the nature out here too.
Hey, you've been doing some hiking?
I've been doing some hiking. I
Looking
went
at the
to
scenery.
I drove Angeles Crest a couple weeks
where's
ago.
that?
It is just north of La Cañada Flint Ridge.
Oh yeah.
And it takes you to like Schweitzer Falls.
Yeah.
And I ended up at the top of Mount Wilson, where they have a huge observatory with like those like cartoony looking like telescope buildings. And it was a mile up. And I could see all the way from San Bernardino to the ocean and down to like Long Beach.
Cool.
Everything.
It's nice that I like living in a city where it's like there's city and there's mountains and there's ocean. I feel like LA is probably the only city that's like that, right?
Yeah, I really can't think of. I mean, maybe like Rio.
Yeah,
Rio de Janeiro.
We're talking about America.
We're talking about America. Sorry.
I don't know. Maybe like
I didn't realize this was the July 4th episode.
I wish I had the national anthem on the soundboard.
Well, you have the Russian national anthem. I'm surprised that you brought all of your sickle and hammer stuff.
Oh, come on.
Here.
We're not bringing this bit back, man. Come on.
For new listeners, in the last time I was on, I chirped Hunter about being a commie.
And what was was there a reason for that?
You said that your favorite era, your favorite historical era was like the Soviet Union,
and that's changed now. I've switched. I'm big into the Civil War now, the American Civil War.
I've heard you guys talking a lot about the Civil War. Big Confederate guy right here.
No, we're not doing that. But
Hunter, before we start, you were like, Jake, I
say
really want to drive the General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzard, and I want it to have
is
the
that a
Confederate flag
motorcycle
on top. No.
The General Lee. Oh,
General Lee, the big
I've never
orange.
seen Dukes of Hazzard.
This has been great. No, it was a show. It's like these two cousins and they like jump their car every episode. And there's a narrator and he's like, "Oh, what are the Duke boys getting into now?"
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And they have a big Confederate flag on top of their car called the General Lee.
Nice.
So,
well, not nice. That's bad. That's bad.
Yeah. Well, the car is cool, but the flag isn't. Anyway.
And actually, Robert Lee, like, despite what he was fighting for, actually a pretty stand-up gentleman, all things considered. Pretty unanimously beloved by friends and enemies alike.
What did his slaves think about him, Hunter?
Yeah.
Hunter's favorite day is State of the Union Day.
Loved it. Did you tune in this year?
No.
Big Joe, he brought the heat.
Did he bring the heat?
He's been, he's been like, his consistency's dropped off, right? He's like an NBA player in their late stages of the career where you can't expect outings like that every night, but key game, national audience, big time rival, State of the Union. I almost said Sleepy Joe. Big Joe came out there. He brought the heat, dude.
So he wasn't Sleepy Joe. He was Joe?
He was fucking locked in, Joe. He was LIJ.
He was
locked
sweaty
in.
Joe.
Yeah, and he was and there was that meme. He clocked Marjorie Taylor Greene wearing the full MAGA out. Like she had a MAGA suit and hat on. And Joe,
I didn't know they were classy like that.
Marjorie Taylor Greene?
No, I mean just the MAGA people.
You didn't know that they were making suits?
I'm glad that they've delved into a higher class of fashion.
Something tells me that was a tailor-made for MTG. I don't think that I don't think you can get that off the rack. Maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't know about that.
You can probably get it at the rack at Nordstrom Rack. No, that was terrible. Cut that.
We'll
That's
cut
not
that
going in. Okay. Anyway,
recenter. State of the Union.
Speaking of athletes, though, toward the end of their careers,
you want to get into news of the week, man? We got big news of the week. It's time for. I was hoping that would kind of sound like like the
RKO radio picture.
Yeah,
Morse code. It does. No, I agree.
Yeah. Maybe got to add a song in there too. But anyways,
you've got yours and I've got mine.
Is that the song?
It's called the Nervous System with the. From Schoolhouse Rock?
I mean, I do know Schoolhouse Rock. I didn't
system.
see the Nervous System episode.
It's the fucking best one.
I really like I'm Just a Bill on Capitol Hill.
I'm just a bill.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm only a bill.
Yeah,
and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill.
Yeah, that's good. And that's I do like him.
Conjunction Junction is my favorite.
Conjunction Junction is great. And 3 is the magic number is pretty timeless too.
Oh man.
We're talking Schoolhouse Rock.
Growing up,
tracks.
I had a VHS of the top 25 Schoolhouse Rock songs, so I would just watch that all
How many
the
did they
time.
make? Hundreds?
They made... Dude, if okay, wait. I'm thinking 73.
You're thinking 73. Should we do a numbers crunch on this?
Yeah, could do a...
We'll do a quick numbers crunch. This is what we need a producer for.
Yeah, Katie's
Stuff
not
this.
here.
Yeah, she had to go get a job. Which
Yeah, I know.
That's fine.
I saw her at work.
At the bookstore or at the library?
At the library. I went to the library, and Katie, I didn't know she was working that day.
Yeah.
I knew she worked there, but it's a great place to go work. Very Hatcher-like.
Yeah. A library job's nice, dude.
Songs.
How many Schoolhouse Rock songs? There's 52 tracks. Schoolhouse Rock is a television soundtrack.
Okay, cool.
Based on the animated series Schoolhouse Rock, released by Rhino Records June 18th, 96. Contains 52 tracks.
That could be a pared down. That could be a compilation. We'll look later. You can flash the real number on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, we'll do that.
You have a little ticker running at the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, that would be nice. Just running corrections on whatever we say.
Yeah, and one of the things the ticker can say is that today we lost Orenthal James Simpson.
Yes.
Otherwise known as the Juice.
We'll play this one and we'll play this one. Because I think there's probably... And we'll play this one. OJ Simpson has passed away at the age of 76 following a 10-year sort of bout with prostate cancer. I didn't even know he was sick. I
didn't know he was sick either.
That's a little also nod to the late great Norm Macdonald.
Yeah. Wait. So
yeah, do it.
So OJ Simpson's dead at 76, and I'm not seeing anyone trying to bring that cancer to trial. Shut up.
I'm just kidding. That's a good Norm. That's a pretty good Norm.
Hey, you know something?
Whoa.
You know something?
Whoa.
You know something?
What's up?
You want to know?
I want to know.
What do you...
I'm worried you're gonna tire your voice out before we get to.
I know we got a lot of stuff to do.
Segment of the show.
I got.
Yeah, you got.
Well,
and I don't want to keep sidetracking us because we will talk about.
My meds wore off.
You've
earlier.
been. That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. I like, dude. This is Scatterbrain's great.
We are off the pill.
We're
today,
just. You're going Kanye mode off the meds. It's scary stuff. It's scary stuff.
My teeth are still real though.
Have you ever thought about getting a grill?
Every day. I wake up and I'm like, wow, I really wish that I had metal.
I could put a house on my teeth right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
It looks like Jaws from James Bond. You ever see James Bond movies with Jaws?
Yeah. Moonraker?
Yeah, Moonraker's
and
he's in The Spy Who Loved Me.
Yeah.
They brought him back.
Who's your favorite Bond?
My favorite Bond is Sean Connery, and then like right under it is Roger Moore.
Okay.
They are like
nice.
Neck and neck. But Sean Connery's the OG. So
yeah, I do like. I had because when I watched the Bond movies as a kid, like I remember probably like 6th or 7th grade, I started from the beginning and just did them all. And I remember being like, I
also did that.
I think Connery and then probably Daniel Craig. It was just for me, just because it was like, all right, I see the OG and the model, and then probably my next favorite, it was like the new ones because they were new and like looked better.
See, I didn't watch them when they came out in theaters. Okay. I was into the old campy ones.
Yeah, well, see, it was lost on me as a kid how campy they were. In college, we checked out like Dr. No.
Dr. No is the first one.
Yes.
And it's like, it's
holy
not
shit.
a Bond movie.
It's a farce. It's complete. It's closer to Austin Powers than like modern Bond.
It's also, it's very slow.
Yeah.
It's short.
And I had forgotten how much some of the early ones were like that. But still,
they hadn't settled. I think Goldfinger is really when it like the third one. It settles into it. He's got the Aston Martin DB5.
Yeah,
He's got the tuxedo.
Right, we're starting to get some common recurring things.
Yeah, and
Goldfinger's great though.
Live and Let Die, I think, is one of my favorites. Have you seen Live and Let Die?
No, but I know the song. I know the McCartney.
Great song.
track.
I saw Paul McCartney sing that live, and he fucking exploded. Have you seen that video?
No.
Live and let die. The first like, bah! There's pyrotechnics on stage, and there's like there's a meme where it just like,
It blows
man,
them up.
Paul McCartney just fucking died, and it's just like, live and let die, bah! And then it cuts right after the explosion, like a perfect.
That's pretty funny. I mean, yeah,
it's great. It's a
Goldfinger.
great
I mean,
song.
and there's the shocking, right? When she gets in the tub with the toaster. Great stuff.
The great lines. Yeah. Love James Bond. I also weirdly watched it as a kid. I feel like they're not movies that kids should be watching, but they're some of the movies that got me into
movies.
Wanting to make movies.
Yeah.
We had and then we can finally get into the rest of the shit.
Yes.
I promise.
Well, actually, I just keep going. Sorry. I just thought of a really good segue to get back.
Okay. I'll finish this and then we can segue.
And then I'll do that. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Sounds good.
Okay, so there was a box set of James Bond DVDs that I had, and they had like a mishmash of movies with different Bonds.
Okay.
And
nice.
those discs had another disc, like those sets had another disc on them that was just special features.
Cool.
And each movie had its own like 45-minute making of
that
documentary.
Movie. Yeah.
And they get into like extreme detail, like from when they started writing it to like casting to shit that happened on set. And like they showed deleted scenes and like rehearsal footage and stuff.
Yeah.
That stuff was crazy.
That scratched the itch for you.
Yeah, there's a boat chase and they talk about how
the stunts are so
the
cool.
stunts are crazy. The best boat chase I've ever seen is in Live and Let Die.
Okay.
And they talk all about that.
And that's Connery still, or we?
That's Roger Moore's first one.
Okay.
1973.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I think I do, and this might be like just the kind of the mainstream unpopular take, but like once Roger Moore really starts to get kind of old, I had trouble like kind of buying in.
Dude, after like the last Roger Moore movie that I can take him seriously in, have you seen For Your Eyes Only?
Mm-hmm.
That's another one of my favorites. Yeah. Another great song by Sheena Easton. Holy shit. The For Your Eyes Only theme song.
Wow, what's your favorite Bond song?
All right. For Your Eyes Only, Live and Let Die, Goldfinger's up there.
Goldfinger. That's a nice one.
And no, not Goldeneye. That is pretty good though. I think For Your Eyes Only. What about you?
Yeah, I think for me it's Live and Let Die easily, because that's probably that's probably the only Bond song that I keep in the rotation, like just regularly.
Diamonds Are Forever. Is also a great one by Shirley Bassey.
Yes,
who did Goldfinger.
One of the
Diamonds Are Forever.
Tremendous sample flip by Kanye West on that.
Did he sample?
Yes.
Diamonds Are Forever.
Yeah, he's got a song called.
I can get behind that. I can't get behind Kanye and a lot of stuff.
Sure, yeah, it's fine. Yeah. But separating the art from the artist, Diamonds from Sierra Leone on Late Registration, he flips that sample crazy. Gets Jay-Z on there. What a song! But for me, it's got to be Live and Let Die, and then honestly, Skyfall.
Oh, dude, fuck! I wasn't even thinking of like the modern ones. Wait,
Skyfall's so
Skyfall's great.
And then Billie Eilish just did one, right?
She won an Oscar for it.
Yeah.
Billie Eilish has 2 Oscars.
Yeah. What did you think about that?
I think that I'm Just Ken should have won. It was catchier.
I kind of agree with you.
I think that it moved the population of the world more so than. Oh my God! What's the song that did win? I used to float.
Yeah.
And I used to
Damn, that was good.
Wait, what's the name of it though? Everything
what I'm made of.
What was I made for?
What was I made for?
What was I made for? Great. It's a very good song.
Yeah, it does kind of it moves me a little bit.
I'm just can't.
Yeah, and just
like dude,
and
like
the whole
I think and they played Ryan Gosling performed that, and then the award went up for presentation, right? Dude, he should have won.
Yeah.
I mean,
and like he brought the house down.
That's the one thing that people will remember from this past Oscars is
not John Cena's little
and that
stunt
and that
John Cena's little stunt.
Well, I don't think it was very little.
Nice. Nice. No, what I wanted to say was moving from Bond to another sort of movie kind of about an agent, The Naked Gun. Starring
The Naked Gun, starring Leslie Nielsen and OJ Simpson.
Yeah,
I've seen all 3 of them. They're great.
I just watched the first one for my first time the other day because my dad obviously, like most dads, fucking loved it, and he would quote it all the time. But I hadn't seen it until Well, until very recently.
Hunter, what did you think of The Naked Gun? I'm a huge fan, and
Yes.
as you know, the guys that did Airplane did The Naked Gun.
Right.
So
I liked it. I'm a big fan of like a good, like, we don't get a lot of just jokes anymore.
No.
You just straight up set up punchline, like wordplay, which I understand why, because it's been done poorly so much, and something happened where comedy got elevated or deeper, whatever. But
they got Atlantified.
Yeah, right. Which and honestly,
Dave,
we talked about
and then
this.
Well,
but do you know where that started? And we talked about this, and I hate to keep bringing up controversial figures, but that whole wave starts with Louis on FX.
Fuck.
Like, we don't get Atlanta without Louis. We don't get Dave.
I never watched
without
Louis.
any of those shows.
I don't dislike the comedy of Louis C.K.
Yes, that's what we like.
I am a fan of the comedy of Louis C.K. I just never watched the show.
And that
but
shouldn't even be a controversial take. He was
right.
like the most, like at one point, the biggest comic in the world. And I think we've said this on the podcast. It is just, unfortunate that so much of the material in his act and in the show was just centered around like masturbating. Like in front of people, like Jesus Christ. But we'll move on from that, and we'll get back to a much lighter
Can we get
topic.
back to OJ Simpson, please? Can we talk about OJ Simpson, please? That is all I want to talk about.
So when was the earliest moment you remember learning about OJ Simpson? Can you remember?
Yes.
When was it?
I think it was the great Adam Sandler that once said, OJ Simpson.
Not a Jew. Yeah.
And I was like, who's that? And I looked him up and I was like,
oh, Jesus.
And then, that's when I first learned about him, because the Hanukkah song is the only fucking song we have.
Yeah, right.
So you gotta,
you gotta learn about all of them.
First of all, though, before we get into that, what did you think of The Naked Gun? I don't think we ever said that.
Just I enjoy watching. It felt very of the era. Like I don't.
Yes.
I hate people who are like, you can never make this today, because I think that's just a weird argument. But like you couldn't make that today. I like Naked Gun, dude, and I like Leslie Nielsen.
I fucking love him.
What do you think about, because they're remaking
Legend.
it, right, with Liam Neeson?
What?
Or is it Naked Gun or
they're not.
Airplane? Yeah, they're doing a remake with Neeson. Which is kind of interesting.
I don't
Leslie
like
Nielsen, Liam Neeson. It's kind of interesting.
That is very interesting. No, don't fucking touch it.
Right?
Leave it alone.
Well, they're never. We're never gonna get anything left alone ever again.
Back to the Future, as per a stipulation by Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale.
Oh,
Universal Pictures is not allowed to make another Back to the Future movie while they are still alive.
That's awesome.
They're getting old.
Yeah, right. As soon as they're done,
They're
yeah. Well, okay.
That's the only thing. Yeah. Naked Gun. I love Naked Gun.
How do you
Nothing
feel about
to see here.
Yeah. Really love the opening scene at the United Nations like thing or whatever.
I'm Frank
is at some conference. Yeah,
that's another great theme song. Is the Naked Gun theme.
Well, I wanted to talk to you about, because we just Ben had never seen Ghostbusters, the original Ghostbusters. Yeah,
shit, dude.
So we threw that on here, and I mean that was a movie that I remember like watching on YouTube in parts when I was like 8. And just falling in love with. And that movie to me,
you could not make that movie today.
Yeah, you couldn't, but like it still to me held up. Like,
it does.
Like I fucking loved it. And so I want to know what you think about I haven't seen any of the remakes. Or not
I
the
haven't
remakes,
seen them either. I didn't see the female-led one.
Yeah.
I didn't see
any of the Rudd vehicles, sort of, so to speak. The Paul Rudd. Finn Wolfhard.
Have not seen those, but I want to see Frozen Empire.
Yeah.
Trailer looked kind of gas.
Out now, yeah.
Yeah.
And they brought the whole old guard back.
That are still alive.
I heard, yeah.
Because
rest in peace to Ramis.
Yeah. Harold Ramis is
he's up there with OJ now.
No, OJ is not there.
I remember. Okay, so let's talk about OJ now. Let's really, and we're kind of blowing past the once in a generation eclipse. Should we talk about the eclipse?
Okay, let's talk about the eclipse.
And then
I
we'll
did
talk
not
about
see.
OJ.
Okay, this is all over the place.
That was a great episode.
This is a great episode. By the way, I understand that I am the second longest and second highest viewed episode. Not to toot my own horn.
No, outside
I
of
very
the,
humbly would like to bring up that I am.
No, I actually meant to bring that up.
Yeah.
Outside of the
I don't know why.
illustrious Tommy Unold
Right, and
episode.
that makes sense because he's fucking
Tommy.
He's a superstar.
But yes, well, I
me?
think you greatly helped out by accepting invitation to be a collaborator. Because then that put your clip on grid instead of on story, which meant that all of your followers had to see it. And then I think a lot of that bump is from the Primak clan.
Gotcha. Thanks, Primak clan.
Thank you, Primak clan. I'm sure they're probably tuning in again, hopefully.
I hope so. This is a fun time. I mean, like, if people aren't watching the Hunter Davidson Radio Hour, I don't know what the fuck else you could be doing with your life. What are you listening to?
A more relevant, popular show?
Smartless.
Yeah, what do you listen to?
Smartless with like an organized, like, it's not just like a stream of consciousness, like whatever the fuck this is today.
They have producers. They're probably listening to Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. Some fucking bullshit.
Have you seen Conan doing his press tour for Conan O'Brien Must Go?
I've been meaning to put on that Hot Ones episode.
I started watching it.
Good?
Oh, dude.
He's just the best.
He's my favorite. He's my favorite person in entertainment.
Okay, well, so... Again, we're adding another thing on.
Wait, hold on. We're gonna talk about the eclipse. Put this on so that we don't get. Okay.
So we don't get blind.
Okay. So the eclipse happened. The last one for 20 years. There's gonna be one in 2044.
Yes.
Gosh,
imagine if I'm still doing this podcast in 2044. Do you think I will?
You're almost coming up on a year.
I know. I'm getting excited.
Because I don't think people realize that, like, the first 5 or 6 episodes were recorded months before you started releasing them.
Because that was at the time where I really thought that I could, like, have some kind of, real plan, real pre-production, really, disciplined sort of thing. And that pretty much after your episode went completely out of the window.
Oh, man. No, that was a fun time. And so, look, you've been doing it for 1 year.
Yeah.
Who's to say you can't be doing it for another 20? Hunter has kids, and he's like, guys, get the fuck out of here! It's time to.
I'm bringing my kids on
give
the
me
show.
A beer, would you? What's
the
up,
eclipse?
guys?
We didn't have great view in Los Angeles.
No, we did not. We had one of the worst views in the continental United States. It was
almost nothing.
Even half.
I did pull a DJT. That's Donald J. Trump. And I did look straight up at the sun for about a second and a half. And
with your good eye?
Yes.
Which eye is your bad eye? I heard you say
my
that.
My right eye is my bad eye. My left eye is actually 20/20, if you can believe that.
Really?
My right eye is a lazy eye. So
you have
if I'm not,
eye?
I got a lazy eye. And is it drifting yet? Probably not.
No, dude, you're pretty locked in. You're pretty.
I'm focusing on it. But if I leave these glasses off for long enough, that eye just slowly drifts inwards, and it's no bueno. But that is to say, I hope everyone stayed safe watching the totality.
I hope. See, for my family in Michigan, you guys had a pretty great view. My mom tried to FaceTime me during the eclipse. She's like, Jake, look, can you see it? And it's outside, and our Wi-Fi is shit, and it looked like 4 pixels. And I was like, yeah, I see it. Yeah. I see it, Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, she's gotta be watching.
Love you.
Right?
Oh, she's definitely gonna watch this.
In.
And hi, Dad.
The eclipse, it was kind of underwhelming for me.
It was underwhelming here.
I don't really care
if we'd been in
it.
Dallas or Cleveland
in the past
Toledo.
Totality. I saw a lot of people being really sort of experiencing celestial bodies like that. Really offers perspective on how small we are, and
we are just specks floating on a rock in the middle of a vacuum.
Yeah, but it didn't make me feel any of that. It just kind of made me be like, well, sun's guess something's in front of the sun today.
Yeah. Now, do you remember the 2017 solar eclipse? I do too. Michigan got pretty close to totality.
Yeah,
that was a pretty cool day.
Yeah, and I did the same thing. I looked right up and I said, "Oh, I guess the sun's a little covered today."
I actually went all out for that. I mean, we had the glasses. I had a box and I taped it and I poked a little hole in it and I saw the shape on the ground, and that was a cool day. This one, I let the other people in the country enjoy it. I already had It was their time to
and so this was a solar eclipse.
This is a solar eclipse, a lunar
moon
eclipse
in front of the sun.
Yes, a lunar eclipse is when you can see the shadow of the Earth on the moon.
Got it.
Because the Earth's in the middle. Solar eclipse, the moon's in the middle.
So that looks like so you're looking at the moon, and the moon's it's got the same effect on the moon. Like, what does that look like? Like, what does the moon look like in a lunar eclipse? What are you looking at? You're looking at the moon, right?
You're looking at the...
Or you're looking at the... Yeah, you got to be looking at the moon,
You're looking
right?
at the moon.
And it's dark?
Yeah, I think, like...
It's like
I think a lunar
effect.
eclipse can only really happen when it's like a full moon. None of this is true.
We'll cut this
I'm
all
talking
out.
out of my ass
Yeah,
right
we'll
now.
cut this all out.
No, don't cut it out. You cut out shit from my last episode, and I wanted to talk about zoning laws. God damn it! And you cut it out.
This was like 15 minutes of that.
Actually, if you have that, I would love to hear what we said. Like
I could maybe find. I don't
Okay,
know. I
if
did
you
have
have
to.
it,
I had to
if you
clear
have
up
it.
space on the hard drive
That's
recently.
totally fine. Hold on. I want to look up. Can we put a pause on the podcast real quick?
Yeah.
I just want to.
Go ahead.
Lunar eclipse way less cool than
Yeah,
a solar
it's
eclipse.
nobody
Just
gives
did
a
the
shit about that.
Just did the.
We looked it up. We did some research. We did our own research, which is what this show's sort of all about.
We had the interns do it. You can tell them about the interns, Hunter.
Oh, man, I would love to bring on like a sort of like a Jacob Kernus type of unpaid intern situation.
I love Jacob Kernus, and I hope he's watching right now. And
we talked about that.
I'm gonna
once.
drink the Kernus right now because what a guy.
We tried to. We were gonna see if we could hire, sort of, bring Kernus on as an intern of sorts to get him school credit, but it didn't work. No,
By
it
the
didn't.
way-
It never really reached the official stage. It was just kind of an idea that we had. Once.
Well, he's too good for that. You got to find some freshmen to do that shit.
I guess you're right.
Shout out to Scotty Simpson's Fish and Chips
What is that?
in Detroit, Michigan. The greatest.
Wow, it sounds good.
It is in the middle of the hood.
Yeah.
It is on Fankel.
That's where all the best fish and chips are.
Dude, you have. This place has not changed since like 1974. I'm talking like wood veneer walls, fucking like.
There's a lot of.
I was
going
gonna
to
turn away, but then I was like,
Shane's
nah.
gonna be pissed, but whatever.
Wait, does Shane not like it when
Shane
you?
has texted me like 3 times and been like, "If you keep burping, I'm gonna not listen anymore." And I said, "Hey, man, I'll try for you, but sometimes they gotta come out, and that's just what it is."
I just want people. You can go back and watch my other episode. I turned away from the mic every time I had to burp, and I did it this episode.
I think I've been
That's
getting
the
better at
one-
it, but this
No. No.
no, you haven't.
You'd like to think that, wouldn't you? Okay, what were we talking about? Sky Simpson's Fish and Chips on Fankel in Detroit, Michigan.
gotta take
This
these
place is like walking into grandma's house. They have the best. They fly their fish in like it's fresh cod, fresh Atlantic cod. Dude. Bro.
Yeah.
So good. I'm just gonna had a little Coke.
Blow a snot rocket out, dude. Who gives
Had a
a
little
shit?
Coke and cocaine.
Yeah, you should get a Coke nail. That would be a good look for you.
One rule I didn't realize when I moved to Los Angeles was that you have to do Coke.
Yeah, it's
You get
it's
off
like,
the plane at LAX, they're like, here. And I'm like,
and it's not like enforced, but it's like if you want to be successful, you have to. I had to, man. I couldn't see.
It's black. It's
I
just,
couldn't
you
see
can't
anything.
Okay, so
So back to OJ. I'm
to OJ.
curious about because
what the fuck did we just talk?
we're officially completely past a point where anybody will know OJ Simpson, the football player, before they know OJ, the murderer, alleged murderer.
OJ, the other kind of celebrity.
And I just, the infamous. And I just think that's, because there was everyone in the world, and obviously that's why it's such like a famous, incident, but everyone knew him before that. And I remember
he was a hero.
Yeah, he inspired millions. He was a hero.
And then after he did some stuff, he may have inspired countless other people to do other kinds of things.
He honestly became a hero even after that, as sort of a middle finger to the just twisted justice system in this country.
As a person with a father that worked for the Department of Justice,
how does he
for
feel
decades.
about OJ?
I don't know.
But like, okay,
I think he knows.
I wanted to say, and I want to tie this back in really quick to college football, really quick, guys, because I remember when I
miss college football.
Dude, me too. Oh God,
I was never a sports guy. I've never been into sports. After we graduated, I was like, "Fuck, I need to I'm gonna watch football now because I'm bored and there's nothing going on."
God
I miss football
damn.
now.
And you picked a nice year to be like,
oh man, did I pick a nice
picked,
year? Holy
the
shit!
greatest.
I should have worn my Champions hat.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I just ordered a Blake Corum Rose Bowl jersey, which I'm very excited about, dude. I'm gonna wear.
Does it have a
every-
rose on it?
It's got the Rose Bowl patch and the roses on the shoulders.
Wait,
with the
where'd you
block
get it
M.
from? DHgate?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll send you the link, dude.
Okay,
I'll
send me
send
the
you
link. I need to pick one up.
I can't wait. But I
Fuck.
got to get some more, the cleanest. I want to get a shirt that says cleanest national championship of all time. Most
clean.
asterisk-free national championship ever, which I do believe.
Except for the.
That's
all that stuff where they thought we were cheating.
That's all a bunch of honestly sad Buckeyes.
Haters gonna hate.
Honestly, they're mad
Haters
that they
gonna
just
hate.
keep losing. But I did some time at USC. I've talked about it on the show before.
Yes, and I saw in the Will
Bonnell, yes.
Bonnell,
yes.
Yes, you did.
A great man.
You are an honorary Trojan.
Yes, and they have a really cool building on campus there that's like their sort of Hall of Honor.
The OJ Simpson
for USC.
Honor Hall?
Well, it's for all of their retired jerseys, one of which is OJ Simpson.
You're fucking kidding.
He's a Heisman Award winner. He was the best
That's
player in
true.
college football. So there is a bust of OJ and his Heisman trophy.
Did he play for
Still,
USC?
Yeah, he's a Trojan.
Dude, okay, I just want
Yeah,
I
go
said
ahead.
that as a bit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no,
I didn't know that.
and that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
most people don't know that, and I
Oh my
remember being
God.
there,
Oh
and
my
I can't remember.
God.
I think I maybe knew that vaguely,
And they
but
still
I
had it up?
It's still up to this day.
That's like keeping Bill Cosby's fucking
Yeah.
like
And even so,
Emmys
what's even more
in the
interesting
Emmy
about
Museum.
that to me is so I think OJ won that Heisman in I want to say 72. That feels about right to me. About 30 years later, a guy named Reggie Bush came along, who coincidentally probably also got more famous for dating a Kardashian after his playing days. That's probably what most people know him for.
Which
Anyways, he dated Kim for about a few months, I think.
I don't know who that
So
is.
Reggie Bush was another Heisman Award winning.
I don't know who Kim is. I know
I know Reggie Bush. And Reggie Bush was amazing, and he won the Heisman at USC, but he accepted money to play there, and they took away his Heisman. And Reggie Bush is not as much on display in the USC Hall of Honor, and he's not recognized by the Heisman Committee or the NCAA, but OJ still is.
Something smells, Hunter.
God damn it.
Something smells.
And so
someone's in cahoots there.
They think, follow the money. And, that's not really, and that's an observation that it's not necessarily original, but I just think that it's awfully fascinating, wouldn't you say?
It is fascinating. And the one thing about OJ, to leave on a good note on OJ, I know that there's a lot of stuff, but his performance in The Naked Gun.
Yeah.
Have you seen the other two?
No.
Or have you just seen the first one?
Just the first one.
In all three of them, he's actually like pretty fun. Like he's really funny.
Yeah, he's great.
Especially in the first one when he keeps getting like clobbered by that hospital bed, dude. Like,
dude, that's awesome.
like he had talent. I'm not gonna deny that he had talent.
He had talent as an actor, and clearly,
Yeah,
145 yards a game.
like Shaq.
As an NFL player.
That's the one comparison I'll make.
Shaq?
Shaq is Shaq has acted.
Oh, yeah,
he's
yeah.
funny and
I thought you were gonna say
has
like
good
he also
on-camera
did
presence.
something to completely.
yeah. Shaq also murdered his
destroy
wife and his wife's
and a
friend
waiter.
Ron Goldman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
Shaq's sort of the new OJ.
I took in high school. I took a forensics class.
Yeah, science or
Shaq
speech?
is not the new OJ, by the way. He is not.
I love Shaq,
I took a forensic science class where we learned all about the art of like
crime scene
figuring out when a
investigation.
person died. Yeah, crime scene investigation. It was great.
It's fairly
Actually,
cool.
probably the coolest class I ever took.
Super
and it
cool.
was so hard.
Yeah.
Because we had to do a crime scene sketch.
Yeah.
And everything has to be exact. So you have to take measurements of a room and then translate the room onto graph paper, like by hand with like a ruler and shit.
Yeah.
Everything has to be
Yeah,
to scale. Anyway, there was a unit about OJ.
Oh, cool.
And my
Whoa.
teacher, I'm not going to say his
Teacher
name.
had some thoughts.
My teacher
though.
was like, there are people that are like, he may have done it. He didn't do it. My teacher was like, he fucking did it. This guy sucks. So we watched the documentary and he was like, how do you guys feel about what you just saw? And I was like,
How did you feel?
Pretty likely it was a documentary that painted
It was a bit of a smear
It
campaign.
was a bit of a smear campaign. He's like, see,
Yeah.
he did it.
Well, I do
He
think
did it.
I think he.
And then he told us about the book that he released.
Yeah.
I Did
If
It,
I did it.
which was then changed. It was called I Did It.
Oh.
And they wouldn't publish it.
And
And
then
then
they-
they changed it to if in tiny little letters.
Yeah.
If I did
Yeah.
it, and they got it published.
And have you seen that interview with I want to say Barbara Walters, where she's
I've not seen the
interview-
interview with Baba Wawa. No.
she's interviewing him. I might have to pull it up.
Are you
dude.
familiar with the great? Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
pull it up. Basically, OJ Simpson pretends to do the Norman Bates psycho thing to Barbara Walters, and she goes, "I think this was his twisted idea of a joke," and then it cuts to the
I've seen
clip.
it.
He's like,
I've seen it.
yeah, that's really awesome. He did it. He just clearly did it.
He did.
Man, I just want people to go watch Norm Macdonald making jokes about OJ Simpson. I just think it's one of the most beautiful things that was ever put on television.
I do too. My mom sent me a clip of it this morning, and I'm like, yeah. Yeah,
for sure.
And then he's like, Jake, did you know that he got fired for talking about it? I'm like, yeah.
Famously.
Yeah.
That's
Don Ohlmeyer. You want me to tell you like every single detail about that? Because I've heard all
I
about
could
it.
probably tell you more about it than you know.
No, my mom knows that I know a weird amount about like entertainment, pop culture.
Okay,
one thing that I learned recently, sorry to interrupt, thing is that like I'm really good, like borderline autistically good at telling you the year of when a movie came out.
That's nice.
Then name a movie right now.
Okay.
Like a mainstream movie.
Yeah, we'll go with like Silence of the Lambs.
1991.
Nice, dude.
Give me
I
two
like
more.
that.
And then
Okay,
we can check.
We'll do like see, I'm trying not to give you one that's too easy. Let's go with okay, we're gonna go Jurassic Park 2.
1997, Jurassic Park: The Lost World.
Okay.
Yeah.
And finally, we'll take it home with. Okay, wait, hold on. So I gave you kind of a thriller horror. I gave you kind of a blockbuster action. Now I want to go with sort of an indie rom-com type thing. Let's go, well, not an indie rom-com, but let's go with Four Christmases. Is that too niche?
Yeah, I've actually never heard of that.
Okay, let's go with.
You beat the beat the computer.
No, that was unfair. That was too deep of a cut. Let's go with. I'm trying to think of something in like that 2000 to 2010 range. I want to go.
Well, don't fucking tell me
Well,
that.
I mean, obviously you'll know like what decade it came out, and I want to go with like what's Justin Timberlake in? What's that one where it's Timberlake and Mila Kunis? Friends with Benefits.
2011.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Because that came out. Thank you. That came out the same year as
the other one.
No Strings Attached with Ashton Kutcher.
Okay. And not Nicole
fucking
Kidman.
someone else.
Julia Roberts.
Jessica
Simpson or Alba. One of them.
They're both.
One of the
they're
Jessicas.
both great. They're both beautiful
We love
ladies.
the Jessicas, and they're so talented.
They're so talented. Jessica Alba's hilarious.
Yeah.
Have you
wait,
seen,
what
like,
else
clips?
is she in?
Oh, dude, I don't know.
She's great.
Oh, wait. Jessica Alba might have been in the 2005 remake of The Dukes of Hazzard with Johnny Knoxville and Sean William Scott.
Who's Sean William Scott?
Stifler from American Pie.
Okay. Nothing for
Have
me.
you seen American Pie?
I've seen clips. I've seen clips of
The
it.
dude, okay, you know how Jennifer Coolidge is Stifler's mom?
Yeah. Vaguely.
Her son in the movie.
Got it. I think if I saw a picture of Sean William Scott, I'd probably know who it was. Oh, yeah. I know this guy.
No, you don't.
No, wait. Go back up to the
That's a terrible.
Lethal Weapon remake. Road Trip. Dude, Where's My Car? Final Destination.
Yeah, he's in Dude, Where's My Car? With
Maybe I don't know this guy. I feel like I
really
recognize
know this
his
guy?
face, though. I feel like I've seen that jawline.
No, Jessica Simpson is in it,
Okay.
not Jessica Alba. Fuck, I was
Damn,
wrong.
wait. Knoxville's the first build. He's the lead. in
Yeah,
that.
he's the lead.
He plays the
and-
Duke of Hazzard.
He played. So there's Bo and Luke. I forget which one. One of them's brunette. Okay, can guys be brunette?
Yeah.
One of them's brunette. One of them's blonde. Sean William Scott's the blonde one. John Knoxville's the brunette one. What were we talking about?
Okay, well, I wanted to say before we get to the planned segment,
Right,
and we're
you have a
almost time
planned
for the planned
segment.
segment.
You've been hyping it up for weeks.
You said,
too.
I know. You said Conan. You talked about Conan, and Curb Your Enthusiasm just ended.
I'm currently watching Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'm on season 6. Don't spoil the ending for me.
I'm not going to.
I've seen most of season 9,
Nice.
but I have to still go through it.
I've just been thinking about if you had to name, because my instant thought when Curb ended was hell of a run. I think Larry David is maybe the most impactful comedic mind of the last 3 decades,
Especially in television.
for sure. In television,
I am in full agreement.
right?
Yes.
But when we start talking about Conan, I'm like, maybe Conan has a bit of a claim, but I don't think he's more so than Larry David.
Here's why. We like Conan because you have to be Larry David and Seinfeld, the show, and Curb.
Yeah.
Seinfeld can be enjoyed by anybody. Hot take. You ready for this?
They blade on me.
Jerry Seinfeld is not that funny.
Yes.
Jerry Seinfeld is good looking and is a good face for the comedy of Larry David.
Yes, and the perfect straight man for that show.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Jerry Seinfeld walks into the store. He's like, "Wow, hey, what's the deal with that light? It's fucking flickering over here. Why don't they get like an electrician to come over here and work on the light?"
That's a nice Seinfeld.
Thank you.
That's a good young Seinfeld.
Yeah, it's a good young Seinfeld. Like, hey, why don't they get like one of his bits is like, yeah, they just opened a cable car that goes across the East River to Roosevelt Island. What are they gonna do? So put a Ferris wheel in there too, or something like that? I'm like, that's not fucking funny.
What are we doing? Yeah,
I never laugh at the opening stand up during Seinfeld or the closing stand up. But what Jerry Seinfeld was able to do was dumb it down play it for the masses. Then Curb came out, and it's the same comedy.
Yeah,
because it's Larry.
Yes.
But it's like you got to be a little smarter.
It's like
a little smarter.
And he's so much more neurotic and it's so much more Jewish than Seinfeld.
So much more Jewish.
And Seinfeld is, even though it's not really explicitly talked about too much, an innately Jewish show, I feel. Just like in its just in the way it feels. But Curb took that and amplified it. And I'm just in awe of. I was very moved by the end of Curb. It just was like,
don't.
We're not going to talk about it too much, but just what a group, what a run Larry David had, huh? God. Well,
dude,
man,
it's like So what I was saying was about Conan. Conan is very niche. Like he is very. You have to be
a bit of a comedy weirdo.
You have to like the same shit that Conan likes to like. Yeah, you have to be a comedy weirdo. I'm a comedy weirdo. You're a comedy weirdo. That's why we like Conan.
Yeah.
I think that in terms of influencing a generation of Americans, Larry David all the way.
Yeah.
Like he's the most important comedic figure in entertainment for the last 30 years by far.
Yeah.
Conan did a lot for changing up the stagnation of the late night talk show format.
Yeah.
And was on the cutting edge, and he did a podcast before anyone fucking did podcast. I mean, not like he wasn't the first one. But
right. Well, do you ever listen to Mark Maron's podcast?
No.
Yeah.
I do not.
Sorry. I mean, no, it's fine. I think it's about time, man.
I think it's about time as well. I don't even know what time is it.
I don't know, but we're 49 minutes into the show.
It's been an hour.
Yeah. This is gonna take us home. I think this is gonna work and be fun. We'll see.
Or turn on the TV here.
Yeah, I'm going to airplay something to the TV. Well, I know you were you've been voice acting since you moved out here, right? I heard you got a nice little voice acting gig.
I'm officially a voice actor. That's my job now. Yeah.
That's cool. That's awesome, man.
It's very cool. It's like I'm literally living the dream.
And I'm sure
I was a little kid.
I'm sure you're great at it. And
it's pretty tough.
I bet.
It's really tough.
And I heard they asked you to do even more voices than you initially signed on for.
I do a lot of voices, yeah. I mean, I'll play there's like I play incidental characters, but then like some will pop up and they're in like 10 episodes and I have to make a voice for them and then remember that voice. Oh, you guys have Netflix that works. That's so cool.
Yours doesn't work.
Do you guys have a roommate account, or does one of your parents?
This is my family's account. Yeah, it hasn't been. We haven't been hit with the account sharing thing yet.
That's crazy.
I don't know why.
They're so like inconsistent with that shit.
Yeah,
but they're consistent with me.
Yeah, I know, and it hit Justin too. That's why it was Justin's originally. Now it's ours. Ben's been watching one day.
All right. Well, whenever I need to watch Seinfeld, I know where I'm coming.
Over. Yeah, for sure.
There it is.
Yeah,
right there.
We've been
Jerry Seinfeld.
Going through it.
Kramer, what are you doing? You cannot get.
We just watched the Kenny Rogers Roasters episode. Kramer, what the hell's going on in there?
What season is that?
Season 8.
Haven't seen season 8 yet. Because I dog sat for my friends over the weekend, and I watched Seinfeld. I got through like 4 seasons.
So that's a beautiful
Not
thing,
really,
man. I love just having that show.
I was watching 5, 6, and 7, so I'm almost on 8. But I need to figure out how to get Netflix. They had Netflix that worked.
Okay, so I became aware of your talent for voice acting based on you pulling out some SpongeBob impressions, the full cast of characters. Now,
The only thing I'm known for pulling out.
I admittedly am not a huge SpongeBob aficionado.
It's okay.
I've seen a few episodes, and I'm familiar enough with the show. So what I've done is I've spec'd an episode.
Oh, no way.
Of SpongeBob. I've written I've written a 12-page spec script for SpongeBob. Okay, and it's called Woke SpongeBob.
Woke SpongeBob.
And so I figured
SpongeBob woke pants.
Yes, and I figured we could maybe do a bit of a table read type situation. I figure I screencast the script up here.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'll
go for it.
And
bro.
if you're up for it, I'll have you read for SpongeBob.
Okay.
For Squidward.
Can't really do a great.
You can't do a great Squidward.
I cannot. Yeah. I'll do it.
Okay.
But yeah,
it's fine if it's not great. I think it'll still be better than mine. We got Mr. Krabs.
Can do.
Plankton.
Also can do.
And Patrick.
Can do.
Okay, and then I will read. I will read scene direction. And I will read every other character that's not that kind of that part of the main cast. How does that sound to you?
Yeah, it's great. Wait, can I do is the talking fish head in here?
The talking
breaking
no, he's not on here.
Okay. All right, good, never
he should have been. If I had known more about the show, I would be. You're going to see parts of the script where you're going to be like, Hunter clearly doesn't know what the
I'm going to see through the cracks.
Yes. But
I'm gonna see the man behind the curtain, the man that.
I really hope this is funny for the listeners. I did.
A lot of people. I mean, SpongeBob's like the most popular cartoon of the outside of Tom and Jerry and Looney Tunes.
Yeah,
so
everyone fucking likes SpongeBob.
Everyone knows who SpongeBob is.
So
doesn't matter if you like.
So I'm gonna.
Holy shit, Hunter. This is the most work I've ever seen Hunter do.
It's easily the most work I've ever put into this show.
This is. I appreciate.
Yeah.
This is great.
I
this is
think
gonna be
people
so
are
fun.
gonna like it. So
because I've been wondering, what the fuck is he gonna make me say? He's gonna make me say some fucking conservative ass.
No, it's not. It's
fucking,
honestly
I'm against abortion.
I mean,
shit
we
or
are we're not doing that, but there are some sort of topical, hot button issues that are touched on. But it's all I think within reasonable confines of SpongeBob.
Okay, I can do Gary too, by the way.
Okay, great. Okay. All right, so I guess without further ado, and I just want to say before we start, this is a first draft. I finished it late last night.
That's okay.
First draft, so maybe after the table read, maybe we punch it up a little bit. I don't know. We'll see how.
Dude,
it goes.
I need to. I've been writing a few things here and there.
This is the biggest project.
I want to get more into it.
This is the biggest writing project I've tackled since I moved out here.
I want to get more into it though, because I miss writing.
Right, it would be nice.
Yeah, can we do a little writing club?
Yeah,
something
we've been trying to. Yes, we will. Okay, here we go. Are we ready?
I need a deadline. All right, here we go.
We need accountability. Okay, here we go. Interior SpongeBob's house morning. SpongeBob's eyes spring open just as the alarm clock strikes 6.
Oh boy! Time for another great day at work! I'm ready!
SpongeBob slides out of bed and removes his pajamas. He's already dressed for work underneath them.
I can't wait to see Squidward and show him that. Oh, hi, Gary.
The camera zooms out to reveal Gary has slid up next to SpongeBob, a TV remote leaning against his shell.
I don't know, Gary. I love watching TV as much as the next guy, but I'm starting to worry a little. Meow. Well, if you want to watch the news, Gary, I think you should watch Bikini Bottom News Network, not meow.
I need to take one.
You're good.
I always record with one.
Yeah, that's not. Oh, that's not. That's a pro move.
Because you have to be able to hear your own voice.
Yeah.
Geez, Gary, where'd you learn to talk like that? Fine, I'll put it on.
SpongeBob turns on the TV and flips to Tucker Carpal Finn's channel.
Okay.
Okay. The fact of the matter is this. Kids across Bikini Bottom are demanding to be treated as worms and snails. And teachers are accommodating them? What is going on?
Meow. Gary, is that really happening on a...
SpongeBob notices Gary's eyes have completely glazed over and he's drooling.
Oh, geez. I better get to work before Mr. Krabs gets angry.
Nice. Cold open done. Nice. Exterior Krusty Krab day. Establishing shot of the Krusty Krab.
Oh, wait, hold on. SpongeBob. SpongeBob with the
Could you tell that one of those lines in there was very much like SpongeBob would never say that. Okay, anyway,
right,
sorry. We'll keep it going.
This is great.
Exterior Krusty Krab day, establishing shot of the Krusty Krab restaurant. An unruly mob has formed around it. Interior Krusty Krab day. SpongeBob pushes through the crowd and squeezes inside. Mr. Krabs and Squidward wait for him.
He says "geez" so much.
I know.
Jeez.
Is that something he ever says?
No.
Okay, got it. Good note. Great
It's for
note.
kids.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Golly, Mr. Krabs. All right, geez, Mr. Krabs, what's going on out there?
Squidward lets out a heavy sigh.
Mr. Krabs found out it was cheaper and more productive to import employees from the Atlantic Ocean. It is.
Take a second, collect yourself.
It is cheaper, Mr. Squidward. He says, Mr.
Nice,
Squidward.
got it. Good note.
Yeah.
You hired illegal immigrants at the Krusty Krab?
I wish. Do you know the profit I'd see if I could pay those guys under the table? Besides, nobody else wants to work here anyways. You could finally get some vacation days, Spongebob me Bob.
I don't want any vacation days, Mr. Krabs. Wait, so if you don't illegally hire anyone, why are there all those people outside?
Well, I did hire somebody. Say hello to...
Come on.
Say hello to Kelpert.
Reveal Kelpert, a sentient kelp plant. Sup?
Blink.
Sorry. SpongeBob and Squidward blink, unsure for a moment. Yeah.
You hired a plant to work at the Krusty Krab?
Don't be so old-fashioned, SpongeBob. It's about time we had a plant employee working at the Krusty Krab. Besides,
Mr. Krabs leans in so only Squidward and SpongeBob can hear him.
they come with a tax incentive.
Interior Chum Bucket day. Plankton uses a periscope
yeah.
to survey the scene at the Krusty Krab.
It's yeah. It's working. My false flag operation is working. Once I get the general population of Bikini Bottom worked up enough, they'll boycott the Krusty Krab.
Yes. Plankton gleefully hops away from the periscope looking glass, rubbing his tiny hands together maniacally.
If he doesn't want to go bankrupt, that penny pinch of Mr. Krabs will have no choice but to sell me his secret Krabby Patty formula.
Plankton's computer wife Karen beeps to life. It appears Mr. Krabs has sent SpongeBob. Is that how she? I don't know. Karen.
She talks in a Michigan accent.
Go ahead and do it. if
No,
you
no,
know.
you, no.
Okay,
You know.
It appears Mr. Krabs has sent SpongeBob out to address the unruly mob.
What?
Plankton scurries back to look through his scope. He scoffs.
My plan is foolproof. I'd like to see that yellow square face try to stop what I've set in motion.
Exterior Krusty Krab day. SpongeBob stands on a table outside to address the raucous crowd.
Good citizens of Bikini Bottom, lay down your arms.
We don't have any arms, literally or figuratively.
That's a very good SpongeBob-esque.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Kind of a back and forth, yeah.
So yeah, I did that away from the mic that
Thank
time.
you. The mob grows louder.
You're all working yourselves up over nothing. There's no illegal immigrants working here.
Murmurs of confusion run through the crowd. Oh, yeah? Then how do you explain that? The fish points at Kelpert, who's just vibing inside.
That's Kelpert. He grew right here in...
He grew.
Yeah, he's a plant.
Oh shit, you're right.
That's Kelpert. He grew right here in Bikini Bottom.
More confused murmurs. Well, we still hate him.
Rebel.
A chorus of agreement resounds amongst the crowd. A handful of fish turn their signs around. A sign reading, "Immigration is ruining Bikini Bottom," is flipped to read, "Diversity is ruining Bikini Bottom." A sign reading, "Keep cephalopods out," is flipped to read, "Keep kelp out." SpongeBob looks on horrified at the steadily enraging crowd. Interior Chum Bucket continuous. Plankton steps away from the periscope.
My plan is working better than I could have ever hoped to imagine.
Interior Krusty Krab dining room. Mr. Krab looks outside at the mob. Squidward scrolls at his phone behind the register.
This is really bad for business, Mr. Squidward. I know. Hashtag boycott Krusty Krab is trending. Trending? What are you talking about, Mr. Squidward? Trending on... Oh, forget it.
Nice. Interior
Wah.
Krusty Krab kitchen. SpongeBob, agitated and nervous, observes Kelpert on the grill.
You put the cheese on the patties while they're still on the grill? What are you doing?
It's a time saver, and it gives the cheese a little extra smoky flavor. My dad taught me to grill like this when I was a kid.
But that's not how we do it at the Krusty Krab. Mr. Krabs has been grilling burgers the same way for decades. If we don't...
Kelpert plates a Krabby Patty and hands it to SpongeBob. Here, try it. SpongeBob nervously eyes the burger.
I'm not so sure it's a good...
Just try it. SpongeBob takes a bite of the burger. He instantly floats a few inches off the ground, drools, and his pupils go wide. Interior Krusty Krab dining room. Patrick enters the restaurant.
Hey,
Yeah, stop.
hey guys, I'm here for lunch.
Go figure. I'm surprised that mob didn't tear you apart. Is that a decent? I didn't want to.
No, yeah. I don't think either of our voices are deep enough for him.
Whoa, what mob?
The crazed mob gathered outside the restaurant.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't you watch the news, Patrick?
No.
Don't you pay any attention at all to your surroundings?
No.
I like that part a lot. Squidward sighs. Of course not. SpongeBob bursts out from the kitchen, holding the Kelper burger with a bite taken out of it.
Patrick, perfect. You have to try this.
Okay.
Patrick takes the burger and eats it in one bite.
It tastes different, but good.
Mr. Krabs comes racing out of his office.
Different? What do you mean different? I don't know.
Mr. Krabs, Kelpert showed me a new way to cook burgers. I never would have thought of it on my own.
What? He's changing the formula?
He's taken the old formula and made it even better. I can't believe it, Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs' eyes narrow.
I can't believe it either.
Exterior Chum Bucket Day. Plankton stands on top of the Chum Bucket. He's getting ready to unfurl a gigantic banner.
Now time for phase 2 of my plan.
Plankton drops the banner. It reads, Chum Bucket, artificial intelligence staff only. A couple of whales walk by. Hey, would you look at that?
Neat. Let's try it.
Interior Krusty Krab kitchen. SpongeBob and Kelpert man the grills in the kitchen.
All right, Kelpert, if we make enough of these new and improved Krabby Patties and show them out how great they are, they'll have to admit they're wrong.
Kelpert looks quizzically at
Wait,
him.
oh, that's a question.
They'll have to admit they're wrong?
I don't think that was supposed to be a question, but nice catch.
Oh.
Kelpert looks quizzically at him. Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, here, actually, there's a...
Oh, yeah.
Like SpongeBob, there's one episode where he's like,
Yeah.
He gets cool.
yeah, he's like,
Oh, yeah.
I like that. All right, SpongeBob, whatever you say. Interior Krusty Krab dining room. Mr. Krabs watches as the mob leaves to line up at the Chum Bucket.
Why that plankton?
Interior Chum Bucket Day. It's the busiest it's been in years. We overhear a group of friends eating at a table. I mean, it tastes pretty bad, but it's pretty cool that a computer made it.
just think about how good the food will be in a couple of years. Oh.
Do you think we can ask it to make a Krabby Patty? Plankton is surveying the action by looking through the eye of a painting mounted on the wall.
Oh, if only you fools knew what I had in store.
Interior Krusty Krab dining room. SpongeBob bursts out of the kitchen carrying a tray of new and improved Krabby Patties. Kelpert lags behind.
We did it! Squidward, we finished making all the Krabby Patties!
Wow, congratulations.
Where is everybody?
They left.
Where'd they go?
I don't know, SpongeBob. Probably off to find the next cause they can use to mask their hatred and dissatisfaction with the world and or themselves with performative activism. SpongeBob and Kelpert stare at him. They went to the Chum Bucket for lunch. SpongeBob looks outside and sees the line of people outside the Chum Bucket.
I know what we're gonna do, Kelpert. We're gonna go to those people in line and hand out the new and improved Krabby Patties for free!
The camera pans over to Mr. Krabs' office door. Everyone expects him to come rushing out, but nothing.
When they taste them, they'll come rushing back for more!
Or they'll just head home because you gave them free lunch.
Come on, Kelpert!
SpongeBob rushes out the door. Kelpert stays a second. Is it like this every day? Squidward shrugs. Crazy world we're living in.
Dude, send this to Nickelodeon, bro. They're gonna want to pivot from the whole Dan Schneider thing and put this straight into production.
Exterior Chum Bucket Day. SpongeBob and Kelpert serve satisfied customers in line. One by one, we see scowling faces light up. Some of the people in line even seem to warm up a bit to Kelpert. We slowly see a much more docile, friendly crowd drift back towards the Krusty Krab. Interior Chum Bucket Day. Plankton shakes with rage as he watches SpongeBob foil his plan.
Are you kidding me? Another perfect plan foiled by that hopelessly optimistic sea sponge. I'll get you, SpongeBob SquarePants, and I'll get my hands on that Krabby Patty formula.
Exterior Krusty Krab Day. SpongeBob and Kelpert return victorious to the Krusty Krab, where a crowd is formed again outside.
He says G's again. Is he Morty, bro?
Honestly,
Bro wrote this. I'm thinking of Rick and Morty.
I probably was thinking of Morty. Fuck. SpongeBob has never said
Oh, geez, Rick. What time is it this time?
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry.
Morty, we gotta. Okay,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, geez.
yeah.
What is it this time? It's
SpongeBob and Kelpert get to the front of the crowd just in time to see Mr. Krabs putting a sign on the door.
closed?
Mr. Krabs turns around, still covering the sign.
Just for...
Oh shit.
You're good.
Just for the rest of the day, SpongeBob.
But Mr. Krabs, we did it! Me and Kelpert won the customers back.
It would be Kelpert and I.
I changed that on purpose because
Sure.
of the next line.
I see.
I just thought it.
I see. I see.
You see,
I see.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna run it back. Top of page 12.
Yeah, you're good.
But Mr. Krabs, we did it! Me and Kelpert won the customers back, and we learned a valuable lesson.
You and who?
Kelpert raises their hand.
Oh, right. Bad news, lad. You're fired.
Kelpert sighs and removes their name tag. Yeah, that's probably for the best. See you later, SpongeBob. It was nice working with you. Kelpert offers a wry smile and drifts away. SpongeBob watches them go for a moment. Somber beat.
Mr. Krabs? Why?
We've got a new hire coming in tomorrow.
Mr. Krabs flashes a smile and steps aside, revealing his sign. Artificial Intelligence Staff Assistance. Some semi-interested murmurs run through the crowd as they slowly disperse. SpongeBob stares at the sign. Interior, SpongeBob's house, evening. SpongeBob enters his house. There's some bags under his eyes. He's untied his necktie. He takes the load off. Gary's seated in the exact same spot we left him. Tucker Carpal Fin still blaring away.
Hey, Gary, still watching Tucker? Meow.
SpongeBob lays back and stares at the ceiling.
It was a weird day at work today. Meow. I know. I'm sorry. I'll let you watch your show.
Coming up after the break, what is kelp? And why is it so dangerous to you and your children? Plus, we're talking about why AI is the best thing. We zoom in slowly on SpongeBob's tired eyes.
Am I right, Gary?
That's the end of the episode. Oh!
That was great. I'm throwing this back on. That was,
What did you think, man?
dude. That was fantastic.
You liked it? When I heard you doing the voices coming through, it was everything I could have wanted and more.
I feel like it was probably like 72% correct.
In terms of capturing sort of the
Like my voices.
the
The script is like that's.
you liked no notes.
Yeah,
Except
notes
for
at
all of the G's.
Except for all the
He said G's a lot.
Patrick.
I guess I just thought that SpongeBob kind of said that sometimes.
If he did say that, the libs would.
He'd be
would rise up.
Okay, yeah, I guess you're right. It's. I mean, I
Mrs.
thought
Pup, are we doing the Pledge of Allegiance again in boating school?
Like that. Like
you're right. You've identified the vein a little
One
bit.
nation under God.
it would actually be under Neptune. He would.
Okay.
He wouldn't say G's. He would say like
Nept.
Nep. He would say.
Is there an episode where they like talk about a deity that they
They
worship?
meet King Neptune a bunch of times.
Okay, and
they
that's
say,
like Poseidon.
They'll say like
Tartar sauce.
or
Okay.
Fish paste or the dolphin noises.
Oh yeah, wait, I've heard that.
Crabs is this one's unfinished. Squidward smells good.
That was the sound of him. That was the sound of him writing on the.
That was good, squeaky. And the audience, and I've told the audience to stay quiet during the show. But what did you guys all think of
Yeah, what did you
the
guys
show?
think?
They loved it. Oh my God, they loved it, and they love you. How do you guys think about Jake? Yeah,
Please don't throw your bra.
Yeah,
Please don't throw
They're throwing everything.
your undergarments.
Bouquets
Especially
of
you, sir.
flowers.
Please don't. Yeah, that was great, man. I can
liked
tell
it?
you really put in the work. How long did that take you to write?
That took me about.
Let me ask you some questions.
Please turn the tables on me. I think the kernel of the idea hatched sort of a few weeks ago, and I was stewing on it for a while, trying to figure out what I wanted to tackle. But the bulk of the writing came over the last 2 days. I would say from the time, like, total time spent on Final Draft, looking at the screen from the first line to finish was probably 4 hours.
Dude, solid.
Not bad, right?
Yeah. I mean, like, that's pretty. You had my voice is a little hoarse now.
Yeah,
You had the characters down.
Right?
Well.
A little bit, kind of.
Yeah. And it's funny because, like, this is more. The neighbors got a show just now.
I know.
I mean, they definitely fucking heard me. But when I do my real voice acting, which I wish I could, like, read some script, but I signed it
Locked up under NDA.
Yeah,
on
but
that one.
coming soon, if you guys download the Pocket FM
Ooh,
podcast
we got a
app,
plug.
you
Nice
can listen
plug.
to the show. It's called Stealing Back Love.
Oh,
I play the main character. His name's Kevin Johnson. He's a professional baseball player that plays for the Baltimore Owls, but then gets crushed by a statue of himself. He's really full of himself, and he loses his wife walks out on him. So he gets crushed by the statue and goes into purgatory. And then he gets a chance to go back in time 10 years to save his relationship and right his wrongs. So he goes back and
like that.
He ends up moving to L.A. and joins the L.A. Reservoirs.
I was going to say, does he continue to play baseball?
He does, and all
That's
the MLB
sick.
names are fake.
Yeah,
So it's
right.
the Baltimore Owls, the San
Yeah.
Francisco
Big
something.
guys.
They were. There was like a whole list of them, and then the L.A. Reservoirs.
Nice.
And he plays for them, and I play him, and he's just my voice. I'll give you a little taste.
Yeah.
I play the villain, his nemesis Javier, who is written to be a Cuban immigrant, but they don't have any.
They couldn't find a Cuban actor.
No, they don't have any Cubans or Latino people at all on the cast, and so they're like, Jake, you're playing him, and I'm like, I don't really feel comfortable.
I don't know about that.
So I was doing I was doing a
Cuban
I was
accent.
doing like an Al Pacino and Scarface accent, and I'm like, guys, this is bad. Like, this is not good. And they're like, okay, well, you can. Yeah, you should change it. Like, they told me to change the voice.
Nice.
So now I do him as Joe from Family Guy.
Well, let's hear it.
Okay, so like,
This is the main villain.
This
Wait,
is
it's Patrick Warburton,
it's
right?
Patrick Warburton.
Yeah.
He's like,
It's Dave.
okay,
It's
Kevin
Putty.
Johnson.
It's Putty.
It's Putty.
Yeah.
I just watched the Putty episode.
So good.
I can't do the move. I can't do the move. Jerry told me I can't do the move, and he ruined the whole thing for me. Well, what do you mean you can't do the move? I can't do it. I'm only allowed to do it out of state.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. That is awesome, man.
What are you doing? You can't do it. You can't. Yes,
That's my
yes, you
move.
finish on the swirl. What do you mean? What do you mean? Do I finish on the swirl? Well, Jerry, I mean, I don't know.
Well, come on, Jerry.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
So
And,
I play him like this. Okay, Kevin.
great.
Yeah, sure. Sure, big guy. You want to be a big, studly baseball player like myself? Well, fine. Get in line, buddy.
is it funny? Is it a funny show? Is it kind of serious?
It is pulpy.
Pulpy.
It is like a soap opera.
like a. Oh, okay,
It
got
is
you.
very,
Sure.
very simple vocabulary. A lot of, at least once an episode, someone will say, I could get used to this. or like I'm coming for you, Kevin Johnson. And it's because it's only it's a radio show.
Yeah.
But like in the old
Right,
days,
right.
which is like guys like Mel Blanc, who did all the voices for Looney Tunes and stuff. He started out in radio, so like this is the path that I admire.
Yeah.
Like I've been looking up to, like I've been wanting to do something like this
Mel
for a long
Blanc's
time.
like a hero of yours,
I do
right?
it in my car.
Nice. Wait, you
can't-
record in your car?
I record in my car.
Because you don't want to piss off your neighbors, or just
Yeah, because our walls are so thin
Yeah.
that everyone will be able to hear me. Because I have to yell
yeah, sure.
sometimes, and my microphone will be able to hear everyone else.
Damn.
So every night, I go out and I get in my car.
Lock the doors.
And I'm really saying this for me. Like, if when I look back on this episode in however many years, I hope that I'm able to do this in my place of
In
residence.
a studio of some
In a
sort,
studio.
maybe.
Well, I did. I rented studio space from this
Nice.
place called Pirate.com. It's in Silver Lake. It's on Sunset. And it just costs money.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
right.
pretty cheap, but it adds
But
up.
the overhead is not making
Right,
sense.
because I was
to be
spending more money
consistent.
than I was
Yeah.
making.
I know.
So I do it in my car, and it's great. Like sometimes, like we have some some homeless folks that live on our street.
They want to see what you're doing.
Every night they fight in the middle of the street. They actually just got removed for now.
Wow.
But they'll be back. I mean, it's cyclical. They were hitting
the next
each other
episode
with
of Woke
sticks.
SpongeBob is actually going to cover that.
It's about homeless people in
crisis
Bikini
in
Bottom.
Bikini Bottom, yeah.
I'm down to record that.
We'll bring you back whenever.
But yeah, I do it in my
one.
car, and I hope in the future I'll be able to do this in my place.
It's fun, right? It's fun to have this as a bit of a
really
time
cool.
capsule.
Yeah, it is great. And one of the people I work with he does VO for Watch Mojo videos.
Oh, whoa! He
Or
does.
They
go.
Yes.
Welcome back
Patrick
to Watch Mojo.
Mealy. Yes, they go. Welcome to Watch Mojo. My name's Patrick, and we're gonna
Nice.
Yeah.
Man, that could
Super
be you.
nice.
You could do Watch Mojo.
Yeah, they're
videos.
super nice.
All right, man. Well, we're at an hour 17.
Cool.
We got plugs in right there. I think
plugs in.
I don't
know what date it comes out.
Yeah, this
but
will probably come out on April 16th. Which
this will come out on the
means
16th. Okay.
If you're listening to this on the day it came out or the morning of tomorrow, I will be at Deaf Noodles Comedy Club, April
Yes, you will.
17th, 8 p.m.
Yes, you will, and I will
Please
be
buy
there. I bought my
tickets.
ticket.
Hell, freaking yeah!
Do we have to pick them up at Will Call? I'll ask you about that after the show.
I think it's a bit of a phone. Is it? What did it say when you bought it?
It said that I have to pick it up, but I didn't know if that meant that I got it so late that it's like a crap.
I don't know how it's gonna work. I mean, there's not like a box office at this club, so I imagine you just go in and show the email to this guy.
Sorry, I missed your previous performance.
Hey, no worries, man. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
It'll be a good show. Jamie Kennedy and Stephen Briggs headlining. So guys, come there. It's gonna be a lot of
Los
fun.
Angeles
If you're
area.
in LA, Hollywood, WeHo type beat, come to that. And otherwise, we'll see you very soon on this show.
Thanks for having me on
dude,
again.
It was a
This has
goddamn
been
pleasure.
fantastic.
I'm sure you'll be back.
I'm sure I will be
And,
as well.
Otherwise, guys, thanks for watching. Be safe and go listen to some Norm Macdonald jokes.